Kelly, we are back.
Jon. Well, I'm back in body. I'm not sure I'm back in mind. I'm back in spirit. I'm back in the closet. So
Yeah,
I'm back as much as I
Kelly's
can be back.
decided to do this live stream from a closet from going forward.
It has to happen, you guys. I'm really sorry.
She's punishing
Um,
herself.
yeah, yeah. Is there a link? Sorry.
Um, there I don't. Yeah, well,
Yeah, there's a link.
LinkedIn. Go to your
Oh, I
LinkedIn.
see. I can. How does this
Yeah,
happen every single time? Okay, I can go
I don't
to
know how to get it
my.
from in here, but you can get it from your LinkedIn
I got
profile.
you. I got you. Okay.
It's
Oh, it's
been
so close
a.
up. Ooh,
It's.
I'm
Are we
sorry.
close enough?
Just like the Twitter one is so zoomed in on our faces, on my
That's
face.
because we did the what do you call it? I don't know how to
Yeah,
change the orientation.
I don't like it,
Let's see if
but
I can
whatever.
edit it. Oh wait, maybe I can change it. No, I can't. I can only remove Twitter from the stream.
It's okay. Just leave it.
I'll sit back.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, you're half cut off, and
Yeah, I
I'm
gotta like
like,
move. I gotta like move which way? This way?
yeah, there you go. Center
Okay.
yourself. Center yourself. This can I tell you? This reminds me. My sisters and I had a Zoom about the whole situation right now, and none of my sisters use Zoom. Like, I don't think anyone have ever used Zoom, and it was just like the most comical. It was like we're all not that old, and it was like a group of senior citizens trying. It was so funny. I was like, "What is happening? Mute yourself."
Yeah.
Like, how
It's
do we
kind of
all make it
crazy.
through COVID and they've never Zoomed before?
It's really it to me it's becoming an age thing. Obviously younger people are pretty more like quick to pick up technology
Mhm.
stuff, but like there are people that I talk to that are the same age as me and they have no idea what Zoom is or what Chat GPT is or
How
anything
the
like that. Just
how?
it just doesn't play a part in their life because they're like,
Oh,
they don't have a job or any real need to like go to that technology. Like the dude
yeah.
I'm thinking about is a firefighter. Like he doesn't what is he gonna
Oh,
use
yeah. What's
ChatGPT
he gonna do
for?
on Zoom? It's
You
so
know?
true. But, like, my parents know how to Zoom. I don't know. It's like, how are my sisters fumbling this so badly right now? It was wild. Anyway, what's happening?
I feel like that's gonna keep hitting you in the back of the head.
It definitely is, my little friend. This is my comfort on my shoulder is this one sleeve. That's all I have right now.
What do we have to talk about today, Kelly? I've got
Yeah.
one thing, one
Mhm.
big thing. Well, I don't even know if it's a big thing. It's just a thing that I've been meaning to talk about with you. I want to check out Radian, Gregory John's new uh, development platform, which
Mhm.
seems like if Bubble had a baby with one of the AI coding tools,
Yeah, I would say that's
uh,
correct.
at least that's how they're marketing it. We can see for ourselves if that's actually what it's doing. I think it'd be cool to run through that. What do you have on your
I
chat list
wanna,
today?
bitch about the UX of all things seniors.
Oh,
I wanna bitch about that industry. So,
okay. We could.
that's my
What
rant.
else? Is that the only thing? Is that Kelly's
Mm-mm.
rant for today?
Yeah, that's my rant. The other thing that is kind of interesting is Bubble published this, like, thing, and I kinda wanna talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a community it's not a community update, it's sort of like a platform update, but it's not technical, it's sort of about vision or whatever.
Let's start with that. That sounds good. I wanna
Okay.
save Kelly's rant for closer to the end.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Okay, cool. I don't remember. Hang on, bubble.io. How do I even go to this blog? Is there a blog on Bubble?
I
Yes.
have been, while you're figuring that out, I have
Yeah.
been completely ignoring every communication that I get from Bubble, and I need to stop doing that. I don't know
What?
what it is, but I
Well,
can't be
that's
bothered to look at
interesting.
any of the updates.
Yeah, tell me
Um,
why.
it affects me. It does. Why? Why is it? I think that I've spent so much time reading like every line by line.
Mhm.
Like especially with Josh's update in the community, and I realized like I'm not getting any useful information from these updates.
Mm.
So I just stopped paying attention altogether, which is not the right answer either. I think it's something to fix, to know when to pay attention, but like I'm just not looking at it. I can't bring myself. It's like X. It's the same thing that I have with Twitter. I just can't bring myself to like
Yeah.
spend any mental effort on it. So I'm actually glad to see what you're about to show because it's probably something I haven't heard yet.
Nah, it's not gonna be useful to you. That's my
Oh, is that
that's
the
what I
point?
have to say about it. It's just not
Well, you're
that
just
useful.
reinforcing my conviction
Yeah,
here.
a little bit. I mean, so basically I'll share my screen. It's like I've never been on, what do you call it? Live stream yard. Here we
You
go.
got it. Just add
Okay.
it to the screen.
Yeah, you got it. Please tell me when, because I can't see.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
should
So
you should be able to see it on your end.
yeah, so basically, if I could sum up this article, it's saying like we are doubling down on our vision. They don't really say what the vision is. I mean, they kind
Okay.
of say it. They're like, a visual. Let me see if I can find it. They talk about vibe coding tools, um, real deployable, scalable applications, not prototypes hiding technical debt and security vulnerabilities, right? So this is sort of the vision, I guess, but that's not a surprise. That's not new, I guess, right? I mean, I
The
guess,
market wait, can we go back to that for a second? The market changed faster than we could. That's kind of I actually like that self-awareness
yeah,
in just that statement. You know, like that probably took a lot to admit.
yes,
Vibe coding
yeah,
tools exploded onto the scene in 2025, and suddenly every founder could generate a working prototype in minutes, describe what you want, and AI hands it, not just a bill. We watched this happen and knew something was important. We didn't want to compete with vibe coding on its terms. We needed to offer something fundamentally better, not just speed of AI-driven development, but the ability to create exactly what you want. Real, deployable, scalable applications, not prototyping, kind of technical data. So, okay,
yeah,
I understand.
yeah, yeah. I think what was kind of confusing about this article is that they talk about this conversation that they had with their team, right? We asked them to make a decision. We asked them to reflect on whether they were truly confident and excited about the future of this company and whether they could commit to doing what it takes to make Bubble everything it can be. And if they said yes, then like they can keep working there. If not, then like here is some sort of severance package and see you later, right?
Wait, does it say that here?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
If the answer is no, if their career priorities had shifted, this level of commitment wasn't right to fit anymore, we accepted that they will respect that with respect and gratitude and their contribution to fire and support to anyone who chose a different path that couldn't find something better aligned with what they are in career right now. Okay.
I
This
assume
wasn't
it's some
about
kind of severance
forcing.
package. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the implication is there. This wasn't about forcing anyone out, and it wasn't about reducing headcount. In fact, we're going to aggressively hiring in 2026. It's about ensuring that everyone who stayed was genuinely choosing to be here. 95% of our team chose to stay. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I think this is interesting, right? Everyone at Bubble knows that every single person around them has made the same commitment they have. That clarity and collective commitment changes everything, which I think there probably is. I've never worked for a big company. They're not that big. It's like 150 people, I think. So it's not huge, but like the biggest company I've ever worked for is 11 people. Like I have only worked for very small teams, right? So, but I do know what it feels like when people are just on different pages. It's extremely frustrating, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
Especially in a small environment that's like particularly like, wow, I can't get anything done because the one person that does this thing is like
yeah,
has a
like
totally conflicting priority than I do.
right, or you just like people don't care as much as me, or uh, you know, I don't know, my team is kind of like phoning it in or whatever. Like I can see how that would be really problematic and just like really hamper productivity and the progress of the product, which is really important right now and everything is moving so quickly, right? So I this does make sense, and this is cool. I I'm not sure. Um, if I wasn't in that meeting, I have no information about what was in that meeting. But I'm also like, well, yeah, 95% of people want to keep their job. I'm not sure that that actually means what this says. I'm not trying to like poo poo any of this. I think this is really important conversations to have. I guess what I'm thinking is from a user perspective, I'm like, okay, but also what now what, you know? And this didn't feel like it gave me that answer, I guess. It felt like a big announcement that didn't actually say anything, I guess is what I'm
Well,
saying.
let's keep going. I want to see
Yeah,
what else it's saying
it's
here. For our
almost over.
community,
It's pretty short, right? So, yeah, if you want to read it.
you can trust that the team behind Bubble is fully committed to supporting you and stewarding this platform's continued growth, blah, blah, blah. Here's our bet. Let's go to that section. From the market, it means
Well,
that we're
I'll say
not
this
playing
real
catch
quick.
up.
This bit right here, it means working harder to deliver what the community needs. It's interesting. I just want to kind of pause on this because I haven't gotten the sense that like the people at Bubble don't work hard. You know what I mean? Like I feel like everyone I've interacted with at Bubble seems to work really hard. And so I'm like, is working harder the thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, can you actually like can your platform survive and stand out in this super fast moving landscape just by working hard? You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
because
No, I
now
do.
there's
I want to reserve my opinion until I fully get the
sure.
picture of what they're saying here.
Gotcha.
But yes, I understand what you're saying. That this part actually is interesting. For the market, it means that we're not playing catch up to buy coding tools. We're defining what comes after them. That's actually
Mhm,
a smart statement. I think that there's a few smart things being said here.
mhm.
1 year from now, we'll look back at this moment and know with certainty whether we rose to met it. We're betting we will. We've been here before. We invented a new way for people to talk to computers 13 years ago. Now we're doing it again. If you're the founder or builder, another bubble is being the if you're a leader in the okay. I don't care about the last part.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly, what my blind interpretation of this and not reading the whole thing, but just kind of the high level bullet points that I'm seeing in bold here. I assume those are the important points because they're bolded.
Mhm.
This is kind of a declaration of like, hey, we kind of been trying to catch up to these vibe coding tools. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to position ourselves a little bit differently. We talk to the people that are here, are at the company, and seeing if whether or not they're in line with the direction that we're trying to go in, and we gave them an option to either stay or do something different. I don't know. All that seems like okay to me, and I wouldn't expect them to be this transparent about what they're doing like this. This actually to
Yeah.
me, I'm
Okay.
gonna flip this one. This one is actually
Okay.
helpful to me.
What? Are you serious? What's
Yeah.
helpful about it? I'm sorry.
That
I'm
the one sentence right here for the market, it means that we're not playing catch up to vibe coding tools. We're defining what comes after them. That's the one thing I've been waiting for Bubble to say. Uh, that's why I
huh.
stopped. That's why I stopped paying attention to all the communications because I felt like that's what they were trying to do, and that was never going to
Yeah.
like happen. It's like you're not this. It's another. You're another thing. Um,
I think I want to know practically what this means because I don't I haven't seen anything in the platform that tells me that what they're doing is not this first sentence, right? So, which is what you're just saying, right? So, like, what does that mean then? What are they going to be doing differently? What does this mean?
oh, I
And
I fully agree. I don't think that's answered here.
well,
Um,
and if you're telling your team, like, buy into this vision and they get to decide, you know, like, is this the vision they've given them? Because if this is the vision, it's really vague. And so I would be like, sure, sounds good. I get, like, uh,
sure.
happy to buy into that. Let's do it, right? But if I don't know practically, then how can I actually make a really informed decision? Maybe there's internal conversation that like is more practical. But as a user, like I want the same information, I guess, which I understand is not realistic, right? But
We are outsiders looking in. I don't think that there is a what do you call it? I don't think that they're going to tell us everything that they're planning. Whether or not they have a vision for what comes after vibe coding tools, I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
do. I'd be interested to know
I
what that
guess,
is, but I don't think we're gonna
yeah.
get it anytime soon.
Well, then what's the point? What's the point of this article? I
What's
guess.
the point of this? Okay, I'll tell you in my mind what I think it is. I think it's that we're gonna pause here, right? Like
Mm,
the way I interpret this, meeting the moment, what it actually takes to evolve in the AI era. Instead of trying to catch up to the trend, which they have not been successful in doing, we're
mhm.
going to pause and introspect and think about who we are and what we want to be and what comes next. Which I think is a reflective mood. To me, this is like the only thing that they like that they should have done. Like I wish,
Mm.
I would have seen this messaging earlier. I'm glad you showed this to me because I would have never found this.
Okay.
I'm not looking. I'm not actively looking for this. But to me, my interpretation of this is it's a good thing, and it actually gives me a little bit of hope. When was this published? Oh,
Yesterday.
today? Oh, yesterday, December 2nd.
Yesterday. It's a 5-minute read. That's how long it takes. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
friend sent it to me and was like, "What does this mean?" And I was like, truly don't know."
So that wasn't in like a community update or something. That was just a random blog that someone sent you.
I'm not sure. I think they might have sent it by email. See, he's still hanging out here. I think they sent it by email, but no, my friend WhatsApped me about it. So
Gotcha.
I don't know how it got. I was also looking for like the community update that Josh does every month, and I didn't see there's no new one. And so I was like, I want to see what this means in context. Like, I guess it's sort of we'll be able to tell kind of what this means by like who they start hiring and what they're what the updates are talking about, I guess. I don't know.
I'm thinking the
I don't know.
messaging too. Like, what's the new messaging going to be? What is the thing
Yeah, did you hear about the
after AI coding tools?
launch lab
No. thing? What's that?
Okay, all right, hang on, I'll pull that out too. This is interesting. Bubble.io launch lab. I mean, yeah, there is new stuff, right? To stage. Here we go. Okay. All right, so introducing Launch Lab professional launch support. So basically what this is, I won't go through the whole article, it's kind of long, is that if you're accepted, we will step in to help you tell your story. It's sort of marketing, it's marketing asset creation help, polished video content, write-ups about your journey, what you've built, sharing your launch across your blog, socials, or newsletters, and showcase. So it's like, if you are launching your product in the next month, it has to be sort of a new launch, right? It can't be like an existing thing. You can apply, and then they'll come in and do like professional videos of your vision, your users, and I don't know what it would look like. But and then they produce all of these things, and then Bubble shares them across their platforms, right? So they're not going to help you in your vertical or your field,
Hmm.
right? But it's like providing you with all of this stuff, professional storytelling, video content launch kit. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like, but some kind of checklist and templates and stuff. And then they will sort of amplify it on their own, which like cool, is cool. And it's stuff you can kind of point to. I'm not like, if I'm building something in a space for senior citizens, let's say, being on Bubble's Twitter doesn't like help me at all, unless
Right.
it's for investors, maybe, right? And a lot of this stuff, they talk about it being useful if you're trying to raise money.
Why we built the Launch Lab?
Sorry.
An application to launch. You deserve support when you launch. Building is hard enough, and marketing shouldn't be another impossible hill to climb. Okay, damn.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Two
It's
for two
interesting.
in my book. I wanted to come back to it is kind of related to this, but like thinking about the product side of building something too.
Mm-hmm.
That's like where a lot of where I'm living right now. So this feels kind of relevant to what I'm doing.
Yep.
I talked about voice panel, I think like 3 weeks ago, or maze.co, one of those things where you
Maze,
can like
yeah.
kind of maze. That was the one. So I've explored a few of them. Maze's pricing sucks. It's not for
Mm,
startups or people, and I know that people that are building on Bubble wouldn't be able to afford this.
okay.
They're targeting like bigger companies. So I hit that wall, but then I found another one called Useberry, which is the same, pretty much the same thing, just priced
Huh.
for startups, and people. It's affordable for like a single person who's trying to validate a product idea
Gotcha. What's it called?
without the need to build. Useberry.
Useberry.
Yeah, it's about $5 per study. So Kelly, you could do, so say you wanted to build, say you will like build rebuilding Rote, which for
Hmm.
those of you that don't know was Kelly's grant writing app that I think is still out there, but you're not like
Technically,
actively working on it.
no.
Yeah. But like say you wanted to validate that before you built it like built the functionality to it. You just wanted like a clickable Figma design. And then you could say like, okay, send this out to 10 people with these demographics and see if this resonates with them. What are they clicking on? What's misfiring? What are they rage clicking on? What don't they understand? And doing all that like before you actually build it a functional product that people would pay for. That is like what the point of these tools are. Useberry, Voice Panel, and Maze.co. Useberry being my favorite one now because it's affordable.
Voice panel is like a weird name for this. Is it not?
Voice
So is
Panel,
Useberry, but
they're all pretty weird names, but Voice Panel is more geared towards like somebody speaking their like inner thoughts into a microphone
ah,
while they're going through it. It's not for like capturing click like where people are clicking and stuff
I
like that.
see. Okay.
But I guess because you're talking into a thing, and all these platforms like they all claim that the like AI enabled, and like, oh, you can do AI in the analysis of the feedback, and the AI will ask follow-up questions. Those are the least interesting features of any of
Yeah.
these tools. They are like the AI is very generic. It asks a follow-up question that basically is the same question that it asked before. So it just like annoys the people that are interacting with it. I've shut all of the AI features
Oh
off
wow.
of those tools that I'm using. It's not needed. Like you can think of this like the way that you as the product designer is thinking of it is way better than the AI is what they're going to come up with.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I mean, do you think that people are like, I really want AI in the product that especially like tech people? I feel like we kind of already get that like AI doesn't, incorporating AI into your product doesn't make it good, right? So, like, why do people keep doing it?
I
I
think
don't
it's just
understand it.
it's just a trend. It's the thing to do. I think the thought here is that like if you don't have AI in your app, you're kind of left behind, right? Regardless of whether it does something useful or not, like
Yeah.
you got to have some AI in there. Get some AI in there so that we can say we did. That's the
Oh
feeling
my
that I get. I don't know. That's probably a hot take, but you know,
Yeah, well,
that's the feeling that I get when I hear when I'm using these tools. Not even when I hear when I'm using these tools, it feels like the AI was an afterthought. It's like, oh, we need to get some
yeah.
AI in this thing. You know?
Yeah, that's really interesting. I super hate it. I mean, I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so tired of it. I don't want Gmail to prompt me what sentence to write next or whatever. It just feels like it's in the way all the time.
I know. I need to
Yeah.
turn that off. One thing that a lot of people in my company are liking though is called Whisper Flow. I
Yeah,
don't
I
even
tried
know if
it.
this is you tried it. Do you not like it?
Yeah, I'm not usually in a so Whisperflow, if it's the thing that you're talking about, it's like you can talk into your computer and it transcribes what you're doing. You can also ask it questions and it can help you, sort of reword stuff and things like that. Um, and so it's a way to basically not have to type, I
Yeah.
guess, kind of, which I could see being useful in, a lot of circumstances if you're just sort of brain dumping or whatever. But to me, like, when I've used it, I'm I think you probably get used to this, but I'm like, I have to say everything exactly right the first time, or it's gonna transcribe the wrong stuff, and then how do I go back and edit it? Then I'm gonna have to type more, and it's gonna be more annoying.
Uh,
I think you can ask it to, like, "Okay, reword that first sentence, blah, blah, blah." I think you can do that. But I just found it sort of like, number 1, I'm not usually these days in a place, unless I am in my closet, everyone can hear everything. I'm annoying if I'm on the phone, right? That's why I'm in the closet, because my
So
parents are right there.
texting is
Yeah,
like
like
more convenient for you?
exactly, and it's more private, honestly. Like I don't want to if I'm brainstorming something, I don't want to say all my dumb ideas out loud for everyone to hear. Do you know
I
what I
guess,
mean?
yeah, it's a use case thing, right? So I guess if you're on Slack all the time or you are texting a whole lot,
Mm.
then this could save you some time. I don't like typing, so I see the attraction here.
Mm,
And my like, but and my like my responses are always very, very terse. Like you get like 3 or 4, like the minimal words that I can use to get my point across. That's what you're
yeah.
getting. So it always kind of feels like I'm being an asshole, you know. So
Okay.
like the only way that I could think, like, this is why I might try. It's like, all right, maybe I could sound a little bit more like I want to be in this conversation if I use
Interesting.
whisper flow. But I don't. Is it actually going to save me any time? Probably not. Um,
I found it
that-
slowed things down for me, but I only use it for a day, and I was like, "Bleh, bleh." So I don't
okay.
know. I'm not their user, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it'll
All
change.
right. I'm gonna try to get back to you, Kelly. See how I feel about it.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Sorry, I'm just grumpy pants right now. So like I'm gonna hate everything. Just
it's
everything
so
we talk
funny.
about, I'm gonna hate it.
I'm feeling very optimistic today, and you could
It's
probably feel
amazing.
that, and it's probably pissing you off even more.
I hate
Because
you right now.
there's nothing worse than being around a happy person when you want to be miserable.
So true. So true. Oh my god.
Okay. Do you want to check out Radiant?
Yeah, I have it up
Okay.
if you oh wait, do I have it up? Hang on. Let me just log in again.
Well, I have it up.
Oh, you
I
have it
have
up.
like
Okay.
I have my what do you call it? My account set up and everything. So it'll probably just easier if we do
Yeah,
it online
cool.
here. Oh
I
shit.
have a project that has been started already. I've been working with it a little bit. So
Oh, you
just
have.
yeah, a few weeks. Few weeks.
Oh, all right. Then wait, you're further along than me. Then we should do your screen.
I mean, I haven't touched it in like 3 weeks, but I think when I was at Bubble Tour, sorry, Bubble Tour, while I was in London for Bubble Tour, I was playing with Radian. So whenever that
I
was.
think I think you're probably better off than if you want to drive. I think you're probably better. You probably know how to navigate a little better than I do, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
just
maybe.
fumble around.
Okay, here. I'll pull it up.
Or
Or what?
alternatively, Kelly, if you want me to drive, I could just like you could just kind of tell me what I'm looking at,
Yeah.
you know, kind of give me the walkthrough. You want to do
Well,
that?
it takes time is the thing. So like we can do the walkthrough and then while it's thinking, it's AI, right? So while it's thinking, then I can kind of maybe we can just kind of switch back and forth. I don't know. Let's try that.
Okay.
So you pull yours
Let's
up.
see. Let's see what happens here. All right, play with Radiant. So this, do we even talk about what Radiant is? We
Mm,
said that already, right?
you kind of said it's like bubble mixed with like vibe coding.
I did say that, right? I said that
Yeah.
live. Okay, so that's what this is. We're gonna check this out. This is Gregory John's new tool. Um, and
It's
I mean,
Greg
right
and
off the
two
bat,
other guys. There's two. Just it's not just Greg, but Greg's the our main guy.
he's the one that I know.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, it looks like, this looks like any vibe coding tool I've ever seen.
Yep.
Which is, like we could start with. I'm assuming you
So
put
I
like
typed a
some
big ol'
custom
ass
stuff in there.
prompt, like the biggest. Yeah. I created like a packing tool for trips. So it's like,
I'm going to use the example that I'm working on to see how it handles this. Build me a mental fitness app that has 4 user types. I guess this is the part that's
wait,
probably
what are
going
the
to take a
user
while.
types? You can't just give it
Oh,
that.
you can't just give it that?
I mean, you can, but what's it going to build you? Who are your user types?
I can't stop it now, can I?
Mm.
All right, let me refresh. Let's see if I can. Okay. Build me a mental fitness app with 4 types.
While you're doing that, I will tell you, well, while it's thinking. So you keep going.
Okay. Coaches. I'm just going to talk out loud as I'm doing this.
Yep.
Coaches, members, customer, and admins. I'll do 3 user types. Doesn't need to be 4. Is this enough, or how specific is it wise to be here?
Okay, sorry, I wasn't listening. Coaches, members, admins, 3 user types. Mental fitness app. I would be more clear on what members means. Like members are the people being coached, right?
Yes, a member. Okay, maybe this will be a little clearer. Like liken, is that a word? Liken it to a gym membership where
Yeah.
coaches equals personal trainers, members equals like gym
Gym
goers,
members, gym goers,
members,
sure. Yeah.
members, and admins equals, I don't know what the fuck you'd
The
call
owners of the gym.
this.
Or I don't know what an admin means in
Gy-
your app actually.
It's like the gym runner, like gym staff.
Manager, staff, yeah.
Yeah.
I would maybe also say like, is it B2B or is it B2C?
Ooh, build me a B2C. B2C. Mental fitness app, 3 user types.
And are they trying to get mentally fit for like work or life or all of it?
Life.
Okay.
Mental fitness app. Strength for your life.
Yeah.
For your life. That good?
Yep, sounds good.
All right,
I mean, if it were me, and we don't have time for it, and it doesn't matter, but like I am so freaking specific with prompts like this. I will write a book because I don't want it to assume anything or guess anything. And this is what I think is missing from most vibe coding and other AI kind of creation things is they don't ask follow-up questions. And so then they just build some crap. No, I'm not talking about Radian necessarily, but they just build instead of going, okay, when you say 3, like let's say you didn't say coaches, members, blah, 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 and you said 3 user types. I would want it to go, tell me about the user types. And they never do it. Never.
I hear you. I'd love to I mean, I assume it's going to get interactive, but the reason I didn't put it in the reason I thought not to put it in the initial prompt is that Gregory John actually had a video that I watched that said like for the initial prompt, don't get too crazy here.
Oh,
because
interesting.
It's going to use a lot of tokens and you know like it's probably not going to get exactly what you want anyway. So just like give it the minimal thing that you want here. That was his suggestion in one of his videos.
Fascinating. Okay, I was talking to Greg about the videos specifically, and he was saying that they want users who are interested in really learning how to use a platform, like users that appreciate education. And so that's their sort of driving, rather than like what I would think of as like user-led onboarding, where the internal bits of the app tell you what to do. They're sort of, it's not that they're not also doing that, right? Providing in-app education and guidance. But that their focus is like getting users into this sort of ecosystem of education so that they can sort of like teach people how to use it like before they're using it, right? Or maybe not before, but like alongside it, right? So it's like it's like paired with the app is the education. So you're doing it right. And none of that existed when I was playing with it. So I was just like going off of what I saw in the app.
I got you.
Yeah.
So is there a library of videos that to choose from now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I think that there's sort of like regular kind of, I don't know, webinar-y type of things. Radian.
I got you.
Gregory John.
So, can I go like in different? Let me see what projects are here. All right, so I'm not going to go by the one that it's creating because it's still working on it here.
Hmm.
But let me see if I can tab over to a new. I want to just get a feel of the canvas here. This is another project.
Mm-hmm.
The canvas, right? So this is your AI chatting here.
Yep.
This is the editor, and this to me looks like the element tree in Bubble. Is that
Yep.
your and you
Yes.
got all the different inputs and elements that you can use from. They're calling them blocks here, components.
I think you create a component's like a reusable.
Got it. So a collection of blocks would be a component here.
Yeah.
Form separator. Okay. I mean, this UI is pretty nice.
Click on the container in the layers because or expand it. There you go. So there's all your stuff that's in there, right? And then, of course, you have the panel on the right, which is standard formatting for everything. It uses Tailwind rather than what the fuck am I thinking? Like Flexbox. And so Tailwind is a CSS. It's kind of a language that is CSS based. So so do you know about Tailwind?
No.
Okay.
But I think I think you're saying it's built on a different
Yeah, it's like a different framework for design stuff.
I mean, I think this is very understandable to me, though. Like flex, row, column, like all this is very familiar. This feels very, very Bubble inspired. You know what I'm seeing here. I mean, I could figure this out, like how to use this very quickly. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's interesting
at least
because
from the canvas side.
I actually, I mean, I don't know what it looks like now, but I was like, it wasn't natural to me. Oh, hi, Fede. Hi.
Fede, what's up?
Yeah, it wasn't a natural, the design part wasn't natural because it was using, I think I'm just a little bit more sort of like, I have these mental frameworks for these different design frameworks that to me adjusting, it's kind of like the more you know, the harder something is to adjust to, if that makes sense. Okay. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you're like, oh, I know this, I can switch to it. And then sometimes you're like, but wait, I don't actually like, Tailwind, which I don't really have an opinion about Tailwind. But anyway, it was trickier for me, I guess.
So unlearning some of the stuff that we know. And then, okay, so do I have a choice now on where do I build a work? Like this obviously would be like my database.
Your data, yeah. So, right.
Tables.
So go to your canvas again.
Back to canvas.
Yeah, and go to if there's a button somewhere, go to your Get Started button. And you just click on it, right? Oh, see, this is interesting. When you click on it, it's actually an interactive prototype, basically. So it did the thing that you wanted it to do.
This is my previewer.
Yeah, because you're in the preview mode. So you have to go back to edit to the editor, I believe. If Greg sees this, he's going to be like, Kelly, never show anybody anything again. Okay, click on that. And then I think you can right-click on it. Right-click on one of those. No.
Right-clicking is not working.
Not doing anything.
No. I mean, it pulled up. If I left-click, I'd be pulling up the this here, the styles and properties, which is like the property editor. I have to relate all this stuff back to Bubble because
I know
that's my frame of reference.
Yeah, it's funny. When I first tried this out, I like loomed myself onboarding, and I was talking and I sent it to Greg, and every other word was like, well, in Bubble, blah blah blah. And
yeah, I know.
It was like we're not trying to rebuild Bubble, Like, sorry, this is what I'm coming from, Okay, there should be a way to chat with elements, basically. Oh, I think it's the select thing, that black select button, top left. There you go. And now click on that button, the sign in button.
It says, please fill out this field. I'm back in editor mode. editor mode though.
Yeah, well, that's what I
Wait, that's where I
wanted.
was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Select.
Well, I'm not sure what the select button does then. This is the worst demo. Sorry, everyone.
Well, this wasn't
Unprepared.
really a demo, Kelly. I kind of just
I guess not. Yeah.
I just said like randomly I want to check out Radiant today. It's not on you to like be good at this.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
But
gonna fuck it
basically,
up
the
together.
concept is that you can chat with AI about specific elements. So you could say on this button, this is what I want it to do, right? I want that when they click on this button, basically like these fields are required, which you could probably say you could say that on the field as well, right? But on the button, you could say they can't log in unless they filled out these things. If they have filled all that stuff out, then this should sign them up, create an account, create this other stuff, and then send them to this other page, right? You tell it in language what you want it to do.
And that's done here in the chat.
No, it's so. Oh, there you go. Do you see where it says Ask Radiant? Right. Oh no.
I'm asking Radiant. Check it out. I'm asking Radiant about button right now, right? Because like button is selected here, and I'm asking Radiant, what does this button do? Let's see what it comes up with. Let's see how our other thing is doing too. Oh yeah, here we go.
There you go.
This looks like a landing page.
You had a thing that showed workflows. Where was that?
It's in the back end.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's where, because when I started using it, there was no visual representation of workflows. So I was like, wait, how do I know what the logic is? And he was like, well, it's kind of behind this thing. You can't see it. And I was like, I want to see it. I'm used to seeing it, And so they did build, if you go to back end here.
Well, I want to in a second. I want to just see what it responded with here. This sign in button on your auth page, here's what happens. Submits the login form, takes the email user password, calls authentication, uses auth.sign.email to verify credentials against your database. Okay, so it kind of tells you, it's like built-in documentation here. That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually.
So it's Bubble plus vibe coding plus George's documentation.
Yeah, plus build print.
A little thruple.
Switching over to the back end table, we checked out this here. So steps. Your workflow will appear here once it generates. Uses the chat to create or update your workflow.
So I don't know how you find that button's workflow.
Yeah. Let's see. Add a or I want to. How do you know even like because they're all just named button? How do I want to update button?
Really good point. Really good point.
Button workflow. It's like my number one thing that I'm like the worst with this when it comes to like naming elements. Everyone just gets annoyed with me.
You're the worst. Like you name them or you don't name them.
I name the shit out of them, and everyone's like, you don't need to name every group.
I was about to question our entire friendship.
No. Don't you remember like people were giving me shit about that at the offsite?
No,
I was like, no, you have to name every group and and like, why would you need to name like a spacer group? I don't know. Of course
you do. Of course you do. Yes. Come on, guys.
Spacer 1.
Yeah.
You're referring to the button in your UI, which is handled by the front end. Back end workflows can't modify buttons or page components.
Oh, these are back end. This is server side logic.
Oh.
This is your back end workflows. Which I don't know what like. What I find really interesting about Radiant is it has to find this balance between, I think, number one, they have to decide who their users are, which maybe they've already done. It's been weeks since I talked to Greg about it. Like, are your users programmers who already know jargon, or are they like Bubble users who mostly don't know the jargon, right? And so, or are they like vibe coding dabblers who are like kind of learning the jargon but don't know it quite yet? So when I started using this, it was giving me a lot of really technical speak stuff in the chat, and it was overwhelming to me, and I was confused by it. And so but it was also really interesting because I was like, I don't know that phrase, and I think it might mean this in Bubble. So what I would have loved, and I don't know if this is like smart or not, is that when you onboard, it's like what tools, what's your most like tool that you use the most? Bubble, I'm a traditional coder, I don't know, Lovable, whatever, right? And you pick the one that you feel the most comfortable in, and then it provides you with some context for like, okay, when we say workflows, this is the equivalent to this in Bubble, right? If that
I
makes
see your
sense.
point. Yeah. Because if I'm coming from Bubble, I'm looking for workflows, backend workflows,
Yeah.
components,
Yeah, and
elements.
I don't know that
If it,
components is reuse. I don't know that components is the word in a lot of other platforms, maybe even traditional coding. I think a
yeah,
component is a reusable element, but Bubble just names shit in layman's terms for a good reason.
yeah.
But if you don't come from a traditional background, you don't know what the original term is. So all of a sudden you're having to translate yourself inside of this new environment, and it's harder to buy in because you feel like a dummy. I feel like a
That's a
dummy.
great point. That's a great point. It's very like you're always going to relate it to what you know,
Yeah,
right? I'm not going to relate it to JavaScript. I'm
right.
going to relate it back to what I know. Uh, but like at the same time, it's pretty easy to like ask the question to be like, wait, what is this technical term? It's
Yeah.
harder. Like it's harder.
Well,
It's
and
going to
it's
be more of a
tokens.
learning curve.
There's
Yeah.
tokens,
True.
right? Every question you ask, like it's sort of like either you ask it and you spend the tokens, or they provide that information and maybe that spends token. I don't know how any of that works, but like,
Anonymous LinkedIn user said that they wanted to get our take on this. Cool. So, I mean, I think it has a lot of potential. If I'm
yeah.
looking at this, um, let me just share my screen one more time. I think there's a lot to do. Like I need to take some time to really understand how to
Mhm.
build the workflows is probably the most interesting thing to me, right?
Right.
Like how to the building the logic. Am I just doing that with regular prompting through the AI agent? That's like my big question. And how much control do I really have over that? That's the thing I feel like I need the most control over is the
Agreed.
workflows and I guess queries too.
Mhm.
So it'd be interesting to know like that's where I would probably spend a lot of my time. The back end is the back end. I don't feel like there's a whole ton of, like it's a database. It's a relational database
Yeah.
most likely. And how bad can you fuck that up? The yeah, so the canvas looks pretty similar to Bubble to me. So like this
Mhm.
is a tool that I would naturally like if I was looking for some alternative platform to build on, this is a tool that I would probably like the first one that I would look at because it's so close to what
Yeah.
I do, and like it's going to be easy for me to transition here. I don't have a compelling reason to do it yet, but like if I did, this is probably where I'd go.
Yeah, I think there's two things. One is you can view the code, like it can be a visual editor and chat, and you can also view the code and I think manipulate it, which is interesting, right? So cool. And component D type of like you can drag a div onto the page, you can, or a container. Um, so that's cool. The second thing that I've been thinking about with Radian is I don't know where someone like me fits into this. Have we talked about this? I might have been, I was talking to
Uh,
Greg about it.
I don't
Like
think so.
someone, okay, so I'm a freelance Bubble developer, right? And there's a place for me in that world because Bubble is hard to learn and there's a lot to know. And so, and now that I've been doing it for a long time, I am an expert at many things in Bubble. So there's a place for me. I fix apps and, build stuff for other people. In an app like Radian or a platform like Radian, I don't know yet, like, because I'm not a traditional coder, I'm not gonna fix their code, right? That I'm useless. Um, but it's so easy to build something that the only place for someone like there's not a place for someone like me, not just in Radian, but any sort of vibe coding type of tool. I am just sort of cut out of that unless I want to learn how to code. Does that make sense? It's not a complaint, it's just an observation.
Um, yeah, I would say yes, but Yeah. Well, I'm not going to disagree with how you feel about it. I'm just thinking that like the way that I look at this, it's like, yeah, I'm going to need to use some code here, but it's really not that hard to like generate code now. Like I can go back and forth. Like I use code all the time now. Like my go-to now, even in Bubble, if it isn't natively doing it, is just to generate some code and then like put that into the app. If there's
Yeah.
like a visual effect that I want, it's so easy to do. And like ChatGPT is one of the things that ChatGPT handles very well is generating code. And like, so if I need code snippets, I do that before I ever even look at a plugin. There's no reason in my mind to use plugins anymore because it's
Yeah.
easy to generate code.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking about how it all works together, right? Like you could add some JavaScript into Bubble, a page on Bubble, and it conflicts with the JavaScript, Bubble's JavaScript, and it can cause problems. And I wouldn't know that. Like I would have no idea that that's what's creating some kind of bug or whatever, right? So I guess my point is like, yeah, you can generate code, but that doesn't mean you know what it's doing, or you could fix something that's not working. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just work.
No,
I just keep working through it until it works. Like it's not. It's
yeah,
like the same thing as like fixing a Bubble problem. I don't know why Bubble does half the shit that it. You know, like there's some underlying code that I can't even see.
right.
To me, this is like it's more visibility because I have a little bit more. I do have more
Yeah, but
visibility
there's
into
more
it.
to fuck up, right? Because like in Bubble,
Yeah.
part of the beauty of Bubble is that it's a beauty and it's a curse. Is that like it's, I guess opinionated's the wrong word, but like there are unchangeable things about Bubble that we don't have any control over how they work, the order of operations or the, like the structure of that, the
A walled
code structure.
garden, as Petter puts it.
The what did he
A
call it?
walled garden is what he calls it. It's
Oh,
like
interesting.
you're walled off. Like
Yeah.
you got to do it this way in this environment.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like, and they do that partly, I'm guessing partly so we can't screw it up.
Yeah.
Like we can't mess with it, right? Whereas in a vibe coding tool or in Radiant, if you can manipulate the code, then like you can fuck it up. So the type of person that you would hire to use Radiant for your project is not going to be someone like me who is going to fuck it up because I don't understand it. Whereas Bubble, I don't need to understand it because it doesn't allow me to fuck it up.
I see your point. I think this makes freelancing very confusing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's
like
what I'm saying.
I don't know what constitutes a developer. You know, like
That's my point.
it blurs the line between
Yeah.
product and engineering and novice and expert developers. Sure. I don't have an answer for any of this. But I understand why you're thinking that, like from a freelancing, you're thinking from the freelancer's perspective. I'm thinking about just I'm thinking from
Yeah.
the perspective I think that they're building this for. It's like any person who's just trying to build something. You know, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of like what do they have in their heads when they're doing it. But yeah, freelancing, no clue.
Why would anyone
Uh,
hire anyone? Do you know what I mean?
it's a fair point.
Yeah, Benoit, I don't know. I don't know what they're using.
Benoit, I'm not sure. I'm sure I could ask Radian this question and it'll probably tell me though.
Oh, it's not
Fede,
Sumabase.
I'm sorry we missed your. I'm not sure what you were reacting to here, Fede, but I don't. We missed the comment. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see what is used in the background. Are you using next.js/Supabase in the background? So all of this chatting is using tokens, and that's how this billing works. We haven't even like
Yeah,
talked about how the
Max.
billing would work.
Yeah. I think they give you some free ones and then you buy additional tokens. So I think that's a part of the education is like how to be efficient with your token usage.
Gotcha. Benoit, to answer your question, I don't know if you all can read this, but front end is React Plus Tan stack router, not Next.js. Backend is cloud, Flare, Worker, serverless functions. Database is SQL with a built-in ORM, not Supabase. Auth is better auth library, not Supabase auth. Hosting is Cloudflare.
There you go. Wow,
Not
cool.
Vercel. Oh, good to know.
Yeah. I would say, Jon, play with it this week and then report back next week. I'm curious to see like how, and I'll play with it some more.
How
as
far
well.
I get?
Yeah. I mean, just
Yeah.
to see your experience of it. And I know that Greg is wanting people to sort of like share their experience with him. So I love looming new products while I'm onboarding just to like, and then sending it to the founder. So if you want to
Gotcha.
do that.
Yeah.
We got 4 minutes left.
All right. There was a rant that you had. Did we do it already?
We didn't do my rant. Here's my rant. Baby boomers are are old now. And there's a lot of things that they need and not enough kids in their lives to handle all of it. And it's really fucking hard. And everything, all the services that you need for older people but like you have to call to set up or to find more information about. There are lots of services, right? Like for like transportation for seniors who can't drive. My parents can't drive right now. So I'm trying to like set them up with someone to drive them to their doctor's appointments and things like that. And they also can't cook. They're both like in some bad shape physically. And so there's all of these things that they need just to live a daily life that like, if I don't live with them or if my sisters don't live with them, then like they really, really struggle. Right. So number one, baby boomers, they're the biggest generation and they're all right now experiencing this or in the next like 10 years, right? There's a huge need for services for older people. And the way to access those services is like in the early 2000s, kind of. Do you know what I mean? They're not modern.
Great point. Yes.
And
like,
so
call to action here is like make this whole thing easier, right? Like
yes!
there are tools that we can build to make all of this stuff easier.
Yeah, because it's me who's trying to access these tools and my dad. So you need to service both of us. And I want to be able to use the internet. My dad's fine calling people. That's better for him. But who are the people coordinating these things? It's not my dad most of the time. It's me.
Oh God. I imagine that this is a like completely ignored segment market. I don't even know if is it even a market, like senior services, like technology for senior services, like probably a blue ocean, Kelly, that you're putting out there right now, like I've never heard anyone even interested in this.
I don't think there's any money in it is the problem, right? I mean, there are certainly seniors who have money, but then they just have people to do it for them, I guess. I mean, I was talking to Jeremy about that. Jeremy is my husband, for anyone who doesn't know. And we don't have kids. We're not going to have kids. And I was like, who's going to make these phone calls? Like I'm calling my mom's doctors multiple times a day to get her appointments to prescription, whatever, right? She can do it, but it's hard for her. And so like, it's her whole life. For me, it's like 30 minutes in the morning, I make all these phone calls, and then 30 minutes in the afternoon, I make all the phone calls, right? But like, I don't have someone to do this for me when I get older. Thankfully, my husband is 11 years younger than me, so it'll probably be him. But who's going to do it for him? Like we're going to have to, I mean, this is 20, 30 years in the future, hopefully, so by then, maybe you just say to your AI robot who lives in your house, like, set this appointment for me. It's all going to be robots talking to each other, or we'll all be dead. I don't know. But the point is, there are not good systems for this. And I, as a child of this generation, would pay for a good platform that helps me do all this shit. Now, it's funny because there is a market for, like, we were looking at some senior living, like assisted living communities. And those have nice websites, really nice websites, big sales teams. You know, they are businesses, but they don't put their prices on the website. So you have to call, right? And then there are services that you can pay to kind of vet these places and give you a short list and contact, set up the tours and all that kind of stuff. So there's like a service market I don't know how expensive it is. We just didn't do any of that stuff. But there's not technology as far as I know. Also coordinating care for my parents and like I know there are some apps for that. I haven't really looked into them, to be honest, because I assume they'll be shit, but I don't know. Anyway, that's my rant.
All right. Well, I mean, I think you said something, what do you call it? You said that you don't know that there's any money in it, but you just said you'd pay for this. I don't know that the buyer is necessarily going to be the senior, like the boomer in your
No, it wouldn't be.
yours. It would probably be like a you.
Yeah.
But like there's no organization to even know what services are available for senior care.
Yeah.
Like you're right, all that technology feels very in the past. So like that probably is a problem to solve. What are the what's even available, and then how do you make like streamline some of getting access to some of those things? I think there's a ton of potential there. It's just not a sexy market that people think about, and that's probably like the best market to live in. That's like niche people that are like, oh, I'm going to tackle this problem that no one cares about. Like, do we need another crypto wallet? Probably not. We need to like help my grandmother like get an aid because 24 hours now we have to be watching her.
Right. Like I feel like a part of the challenge here is that a lot of these services are localized, right? Like my dad's retired and he can't cook, right? And he can't drive. So we lined up Meals on Wheels, right? They bring him a hot lunch every day. It's the best. And
there you go.
It's a local organization. Like Meals on Wheels, I think is a national nonprofit. And then there are local chapters of that. But like they don't have a website that you can be like, I mean, they do. It's weird. It's kind of hybrid, but you always have to call someone. And at the same time, it's funny because like tech seems like it hasn't caught up to this, but fucking scammers have. So all day long, my parents have to answer every single phone call because it might be their doctor. It might be Meals on Wheels, whatever. It might be all of these services that they need. And then these scammers are also calling them, pretending to be the services that they need. And my parents, thank God, are very savvy about sales calls and scammers. Like they hear it, then they're like, that's a scammer. And they hang up. It's great. I love hearing them do that in the living room. But they have to answer their phone because everything is on the phone. So it's like, it's amazing that there's this opportunity, a legitimate opportunity in the tech world that is just being, it seems like kind of ignored. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong about this. But then there's like the shady side of the internet that is on it, man. They know exactly what they're doing and they capitalize on it. And it's like, oh man, it's so frustrating. So
I think tech for helping adults support aging parents is a giant market. So there's, I mean, three comments here that Kelly.
Maybe that's my next gig.
I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah,
it's something. All right, Kelly.
Anyway, that's my rant.
We're gonna sign off.
Yep.
After Kelly's rant, we're gonna end the stream with that. Thanks everybody for checking in with us. Well, I think we'll be here next week. Kelly, do we have anything crazy going on?
I should be here. I should be here. I think I'm flying back to Spain next Wednesday. So that means one more day in the closet, and then the next week I'll be back in my
class.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I'm here next week.
Well, Wednesday. What I guess you'd be there before.
It's like a red eye, so I would fly in the evening. So I'm here for you, Jon.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Good, everybody.
See you later. I'm ending the stream. I ended the stream.